All right, so we're taking a look at the Jumper T18 Pro V2 in this video. And you see I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. It's interesting that they're still using the same old box. It says T18 5-in-1, but even the box is not the same. It's like 2.4 and 915 megahertz. That's basically the 5-in-1 module here. But I'm told the version 2 does not have the 5-in-1 module. It has the 4-in-1 module only, and they've gotten rid of the R9 module part in this new V2 version. Probably one of the reasons why the V2 was, or the original was kind of, not in, people didn't like it too much. And I actually made a video on the T18 when it first came out, and mine was broken. I'm pretty sure you guys probably saw that video. I don't know, it was more than a year ago. And I figured out what the problem was. Basically, my main board was bad, and I actually fixed it, and actually bought a main board off of AliExpress to at least get the radio working. But I never made another video on it because it wasn't a radio that was popular, and not a lot of people wanted to see videos on it, and all the people were like raving over Radio Master, so I made a bunch of Radio Master videos instead. I think Jumper saw my video where I think it was something like, buyer beware or something like that. And I just basically said, this is the radio I got, it doesn't work. I had some sort of complaint about the SD card. I forget exactly. You have to watch that video. It's been a long time, but basically, when you turn it on, it wouldn't work because it would complain something like about the SD card not being in there or being the wrong something or whatever. And so I never got that radio to work until I swapped out the main board. So they were pretty unhappy about that video. Obviously, they told me that, or I've heard from the guys at Newbie Joint that sent me this radio that damaged their reputation. But I think, their quality control problems were, my video was a result of their quality control problems that a lot of other customers also experienced. So my one video, which really didn't get that many views, I don't think was the main culprit in terms of damaging their reputation. It was the fact that so many other customers got problems, not necessarily the same problem that I had, but other types of problems with their radio being, basically their quality control issues and such. And that is ultimately what damaged their reputation. But because of that, they stopped sending me stuff. So like, for example, I made videos on the T-Lite, which I bought myself. I bought like 3 of them, which is my daily driver radio. I like that radio, although, it's flawed. And you can reference those videos if you want to see my thoughts on that. It has its own problems, but it didn't stop me. Once I fixed, I put some workarounds and fixes in place. That's the radio I wanted to use on a daily basis. So they, through Newbie Joint, they reached out to me and asked me to take a look at the V2. They said that their quality control problems are fixed. I guess there's really no way for me to judge that in one video because obviously we'll look at the radio. Obviously it'll probably look the same as the version 1, but in terms of whether or not it's better or not, obviously if it works and I can use it, great. But without using it on a daily basis for like a year. Or maybe at least a month, I think. About a month, you could probably tell whether or not you're going to have any major problems. There's really no way for me to say, okay, yeah, their quality control problems are fixed. All I can tell you is this is what it looks like now. This one works or doesn't work. We'll find out here in a second. I haven't even opened it yet. And it's really up for you guys to make that judgment whether or not it's improved in terms of their quality control. I think that is a judgment that only you guys can make. Okay, so right off the bat, you get a nice case. You get some stickers. Got a screen protector here for the screen. A standard lanyard, orange lanyard again for their basically neck strap. And radio doesn't feel like it has any batteries in it. It feels kind of light. So this is foam disc here with an adhesive on the back. I think that's probably for the battery bay for different size batteries, and you get a Yeah, this is now a USB Type-C cable. Okay, so I'm just feeling the gimbals here. I don't think these are the Hall sensor type, but they feel fine. And buttons feel pretty good. Trims. Yeah, that's pretty much as I remembered it. All the switches. You have a momentary switch over here. So yeah, in terms of build quality, seems fine. Not bad. Got your antenna up top here. Got your USB-C ports and trainer ports. Collapsible handle here in the back. GR module bay cover here. Cover for your battery door. Yeah, and they have the same 18650 holder. And this one comes with a micro SD card already built in. And it looks like it's a 512 megabyte card. So I'm just going to stick in a random 2S battery here just to power this on.
Welcome to OpenTX.
Just have to press one of the buttons, and then to turn it off, just press one of the buttons. If you want to quick power off, you press both at the same time. That'll turn it off.
Welcome to OpenTX.
Alright, so the firmware that's on here is dated from 2021, June the 16th. I'm not sure which version this is. And yeah, the screen's nice, of course, nice color screen. It is not a touch screen as far as I know. And of course, on the this version of OpenTX anyway, the touchscreen isn't functional. I think if you have one of the radios with a touchscreen, you'd have to use EdgeTX currently to get the touchscreen function working. But again, this is expected. Why would they send me something if it wouldn't work? It turns on. It should work totally fine, I'm pretty sure. Whether or not this is going to be a good radio a month from now, I have to use it for a while. But I don't like using these large radios personally. They're bulky, in terms of carrying them around and stuff. Kind of unwieldy. And then you have to put these in cases. Obviously, it comes with a nice case. You have to put these in cases and to transport them around. Make sure these switches don't break off, which happens quite often. And with these bigger ones, when you drop them, most oftentimes you'll break a switch or two. Anyway, I don't think there's not much more I can say about this radio. In terms of its reliability. Obviously, it's working. Turned it on. It seems to be working fine. Only time will tell if I've used this for a while. And this is not going to be my daily driver radio. I can tell you that right now. I'm going to continue to use the T-Lite. In terms of reliability, other than the initial problems which I put workarounds in, it's been great. No problems with reliability. It's been working totally fine. I haven't had to use my backup T-Lites at all. So whatever issues they had when they made the first T18, maybe they fixed that since then. Obviously, the T-Lite problems are design problems. They're flaws with the radio, with the fact that it's using a 1S battery, and you want to use higher powered external modules. That probably is not what the intended use case for that radio was. They probably want people that want to use higher power modules to use something like this radio instead, the T18, which has a 2S battery and can support higher powered modules. So, my use case is outside of their intended design specifications for the T-Lite. However, that being said, I haven't had any problems with it once I've made the modifications. I use it as a daily driver radio. Now, have they fixed all their problems with this new rendition? I can't say for sure. All I can tell you is that this one seems to be working fine, and the build quality seems good. It doesn't feel like there's anything rattling around inside. So I'm pretty sure that they, since it's been a year since this radio's been out, they probably addressed a lot of the flaws in the T18 when it initially came out. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think. What do you think they've fixed since then? If you guys are aware of that, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably aware of more of the issues than I have, because the only problem that I had was the main board coming from the factory with basically a defect that required replacing the main board. And once I did that, that radio worked fine. The build quality is a little bit better on this one here out of the box compared to that one. But of course, that one was probably a prototype because it was one of the first ones to be sent out to reviewers. And I'm sure they've, since then, it's been a year since they've been able to perfect their build process or their manufacturing process at the factory. So this one should definitely come out of the box better, and it is, and the screen's nicer and everything, and it's working. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about Jumper in general, the problems with the original T18 versus what you think they've perhaps fixed in this newer version. And if you want to see additional videos in this one, let me know in the comments below. Since I'm probably not going to be using this one. I was planning to give away my first one that I fixed because I fixed it. I used it for a little while. Then the T-Lite came out. Then I stopped using it, and I was going to give that one away. So let me know if you guys want to see some giveaways for radios, and I have a bunch of them that I aren't using anymore. So let me know in the comments below if that's something that would interest you, because I've been trying to give away stuff, but for example, I usually put giveaways in the pinned comments, and I want at least 50 people to enter, and I can't even get 50 people to enter a giveaway. It's kind of strange these days. I don't know why that is, but yeah, maybe if there's a better way to do it. I don't like just people spamming the comments with just I'll have a video with a giveaway, and then I don't want them to be the comments filled with just giveaway stuff only. So because people sometimes come to see my videos later on, after the video's been out for a while, and all they see are comments filled with people just wanting to get free stuff and not useful information. So I kind of wanted to put that stuff into the pinned comment and sort of hide it away, but then apparently no one's looking there anymore. So anyway, if you have any better ideas than that, let me know in the comments below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.